Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Jeremy Donson with thedrumprofessor.com. I've had quite a few students and subscribers request country music songs, so we are going to be doing God Gave Me You by Blake Shelton today. We're going to start at 35 seconds going over the chorus, and as always, if you haven't taken advantage of a free live one-on-one session with me, definitely do that. We can go over anything that you would like to go over, and please do be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Here we go, starting at 35 seconds. Okay, so just before the chorus, we are going to do a fill, and that fill is going to go flam with the snare, and then bass drum by itself. And then you can do mid-mid, or you can do mid-tom, floor-tom, whatever combination that you like, but we'll do mid-floor. And then you crash with the bass drum into the beat. So the fill, slam, bass, tom, tom, crash with the bass drum. Now once we do that fill, when we crash, we're actually going to do another bass after the crash because of what happens in the beat. The beat starts with two basses. So this is how we're going to plug in the fill with the beginning of the beat for the chorus. So when you crash, you're going to do this. Crash bass, and the crash is also with the bass drum. So two basses in a row, bass, 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 bass. So okay, so after you get to the bass, bass, this is the beat for the chorus. So let's start on the crash here. So we're gonna go bass, 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 bass. Now you notice I was doing a hi-hat chick with this beat. The chick, what I recommend if you're not used to using chicks, then take it out at first and then add it in later on. So let's do the beat without the chicks first, and then we'll add them in. And if you're already used to chicks, then awesome. So here we go. So starting on the crash. So to break this down, we're going to go bass, bass, and snare. Bass, bass, and snare. So bass, bass, and snare. Bass, bass. After you do the second bass, bass, you're going to go 1, 2 ride cymbals, and then snare in. So bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, 1, 2, snare in. Now if you wanted to go over the true counting of that, just let me know and I can show you how to actually count this. But in short, just know that you need 2 ride cymbals there. 1 E and 2 and a 3 and 4 and. That's how it's actually counted, but we can go over that in more depth. Just let me know. Okay, so putting it together with the fill and the beat minus the chick. 1, 2, ready, go. And then on 5, on the 5th measure, we are going to crash. Now, the way to count measures is simply every time you do this, this is 1 measure, so counting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, And then that's the end when he says, God gave me you. That's towards the end there on the chorus. Okay, so you notice also I added in some extra basses on the 6th, 7th measure. We'll go over that in just a minute. First, let's back up and let's add these chicks in. So you're going to chick on 2 and on 4. So if your beat is 1E, 1E, 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1E, 2 and a 3 and 4 and, or simply bass, bass, and snare, bass, bass, 1, 2, snare, and bass, bass, and snare, bass, bass, 1, 2, snare, and the chicks are gonna go here. Let me show you. Okay, so to break down slower where to put the chicks and how to think of this is what does the chick come on or after in the beat? Does it come on the bass each time? Does it come on the snare? So that's the way to really think about that. Okay, so if you noticed, we added some basses on the 6th and 7th measures. We'll go over that here shortly, but first, let's go over the hi-hat chicks now, where to add these in at. So let me show you where they go, and then I'll break down how to put them in. Okay, so the normal beat was with chicks. So from the top, bass, bass, and you're gonna hit the ride and chick together here. Okay, now once you have that chick, the next chick is going to be on the bass, on the first bass of bass. So we have bass, chick, snare, bass, chick is on bass. So to do that, you're just simply going to raise your feet at the same time and bring them down at the same time. So my left and right foot are both doing this on the first one. So putting that together. Next, we have on the 1, 2 on the ride cymbal, the chick is going to hit on the 2. So chick, chick, 1, 2. Chick gets on 2 there. One, 2. Now, next chick after on the 2 of the second ride cymbal. 1, 2, snare, and. So after the snare on the next ride, the chick hits again. And in short, the chick just does this the whole time. If this is, let's say, this is your tempo, it just hits every other time, right? So it never changes. Your chick doesn't get off of this rhythm. That's what it does the entire time. So knowing that also, that if your chick isn't consistent up and down, same timing, then you did something wrong. So if you do a double or something or pause, then you immediately know that you misplaced a chick. So let's do the whole beat with chicks slowly, and then we'll speed it up. Here we go. And there you have with the chick. Now, if you have any questions about that, let me know. Let's do it one more time at tempo. And there you have it. Okay, so now we know the fill getting into the chorus. Now we know the main beat for the chorus, and we have the chicks as well. So now we're gonna crash on the 5th measure, and then starting in the 6th measure, we're gonna add some basses here. So let's say that we're let's say that we're on first measure. We'll just play through it, and we're going to crash on 5, and then 6th and 7th measure we add basses, and 8th measure begins the fill and the pause for when he says, God gave me you, and you crash back in. I'd sing it, but I don't want to hurt your ears, man. So I'll just play drums. All right, but let's try it together. I'm going to count so you know where we're at, and let's try this. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there we have that. Okay, so on 6, you just simply do this. Bass, snare, bass, bass, bass. So instead of going bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, 1, 2, snare, and we're gonna go bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, 1, bass, snare, bass, 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 snare, bass, 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 snare, bass. So there's 1 ride instead of 2. So instead of going 1, 2, snare, and we're just doing 1 ride and then bass, snare, bass. So we're adding a bass to those ride cymbals. Bass, snare, bass, right? Bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, ride, bass, snare, bass. And then you loop it again. Bass, snare, bass, 7th measure next, sorry. Bass, snare, bass, 7. And then there's how you do 6 and 7. Now, once you do 6 and 7, on the 8th measure, you're going to start it with the crash. And then you crash after the fill. So we're going to do, on 8, we're going to go bass, bass, snare, high, mid, floor, crash with the bass drum, pause, and then crash back in. So 8, let's say we're in 6th measure. So check this out. So 6, 7, 8, and snare, high, mid, floor, crash. And then we pause and we crash back in after he says, God gave me you. Boom, you crash at the end of that. Okay, so let's go over that fill real quick on 8th measure. So 8th measure starts with the crash. 8, bass, 8, bass, crash, bass, snare, high, mid, floor. So there's always 2 different ways that you have options of how to do this fill. You can just simply go right, left, or you can go right, left, right. Whatever hand you end with on the floor tom, be sure you crash with the other hand. You do not want to crash with the same hand that you hit the floor tom. So in other words, you don't want to go right, left, crash left, right? Or right, left, right. So 2 options. Or, and just crash left hand. Okay, so let's go ahead and put all this together with music one more time now that we know how everything goes. Here we go. All right, awesome, guys. And there you have God Gave Me You by Blake Shelton. Real quick, there's one more thing that I'd like to just go over real quick. So when you add the extra basses on the 6th and 7th measures, your chick stays the same. It's going to feel different, though, because you're adding basses in there. So just remember where your chick normally goes with those basses, and you'll be fine. But just to do it real quick for you, we're going to go, let's say, 6th measure. So bass, bass, snare, bass, 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 so that bass and chick is together. Bass, snare, bass. So both of those extra basses that you add are where the chick goes anyway, normally. So where the chick normally goes on those two, that's where you add the bass. So they hit together, up and down at the same time with your feet. So bass, bass, chick, snare, bass, bass, and bass, snare, bass. Those chicks are on both of those, and chick, snare, chick, and chick, snare, chick. Start over. Just like that. So that's where you're going to put those chicks. If it feels a little different or off, then just remember to do it nice and slow at first. Break it down. Just practice doing the beat like one piece of it like this. Once you get that down with the chick, then try bass with the chick, bass, snare, bass, having chick on both of those basses, just doing that. And that'll really help you get used to that. All right, guys, so I hope this really helped you out with this song. Hope you really enjoy it a lot. And again, if you have any questions whatsoever, I'm here to help. So if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. I'd be happy to help you. Most of the time, it's actually easier just to show you. So if there's something you would like to go over, just schedule a free one-on-one live half-hour session with me, and I'll be happy to help you go over anything that you want to do. And we can go from there. So any questions that you may have, feel free to ask. And thanks again for watching, guys, and have fun, stay awesome, and rock on. Later, guys.